Hey, what's up you guys, Tank from the Republic, and welcome back to another video. Most of you know that recently I bought this AVON FM-12 gas mask. I did a video on that, but most of you know that gas mask lenses are not rated for airsoft. So luckily, as you can see right here, there's a guy on eBay by the name of iman/alien, or -alien, and he has solved that, so he makes like this is one of them, airsoft lenses. Now keep in mind, you're trading the functionality of it being rated for gas to be rated for airsoft. So these airsoft lenses are not rated for gas, so just keep that in mind. We'll go over that in a second. So this is what you're going to get. This is the packaging. He's stationed, or he's not stationed, he lives over in the UK. And so this will come in an envelope, and this is his makeshift packaging that he's made. So it's just a piece of paper, and then it's got his business card on here, Stars Airsoft, special tactical airsoft retail store. It's got his address on there, and you know what he sells and stuff. It's obviously some umbrella corporation taken from that. And then also on here is just a note of installation when you're installing it. Over here is going to have your address. And then on each side there's little makeshift pockets that he's made, and then those contain your lenses. Obviously the other lens is already on there, but this one is the first one. So I'll just show you how to install it, and so let's get right to it. Alrighty, so to switch out your lens from the clear gas-proof one to the smoked airsoft-proof one, side note, he sells all kinds of different options. He says like he's got like smoked, he has like a reflective one, he's got like all different shades of the rainbow, like yellows, purples, reds. I think he's got a blue in there somewhere too. Lots and lots of options, so he doesn't just sell smoke. But yeah, let's just jump right into it. So what you're gonna need is obviously your gas masks to switch it out. Over here, this is the old lens. You don't need to go buy another lens. The only lenses that you need to buy are the new ones, and I'm going to talk about this little cover on the back and how to remove that. And then also, you're going to need the smallest flathead you can find. That one's very small. That's whenever you're getting into taking the lenses apart, just to separate the pieces, you're going to need that. And then just a normal size screwdriver or a bigger one works better, but just flathead. So starting off, you just want to put the gas mask aside, and you want to take the lens here. So this side is the side that's going to face out. I'll show you a way that you can remember that if you ever get confused. But what you want to do now is take your thumb or any other finger. Don't take a flathead, but you want to start at the edge and try to peel back this little protective layer here. Alrighty folks, so after working, maybe 5 minutes or so, just start working at an edge and just keep working it. Places where it's burned, try to stay away from those. Hey, look at my dirty fingernails. Stay away from those. Just do it where it's a nice clean area. I think with the way he makes these, he has like a laser cutter or something. Totally guessing, but that's where he cuts out the lenses. But so then you want to get something like this, alright? And then just peel it off. The satisfying peeling off plastic. So once you get off your little protective lens, don't worry about the air bubbles. That's not going to affect you at all. Once you get it close to your eye, you will not even notice that they're there. So like I was talking about earlier, to know which side to keep off, for my case, the smoked lenses, if you're going to have red or whatever, that's going to be only printed on one side. I don't know if printed is the right terminology, but it's on one side. So that side that has the printing, that's the side that's going to be facing out. The side that doesn't have the printing is the one that's going to be facing your eye. So you can easily just tell it by just doing a quick let's see if I can show it. So see how right there, you can obviously tell that that's closer compared to when you go like this, it's farther out, it's obviously on the other side. So that's how you can just tell. So just put it on a nice soft surface for the time being, and now we're going to move on to the mask itself. So obviously I've done this right side, but now we're going to move on to the left. Take your big screwdriver here, and over here on the side there's going to be a gap between the lens here and the rubber. And there's this big gap here, but you actually want to go in deeper and find the smaller gap. And just like that, your first cover is going to pop off. So just showing it again, a little closer. Here, I'll put it back on if I can. You can already tell what we're looking ahead to. Well, here, maybe it'll make it easier if it has the, well. Okay, well that's where, so see how there's this big gap? You want to go in at an angle more down, because you have to get inside. Like pull back the rubber a little bit and then go in and then just simply twist. Oh, that flew. We'll get that later. But so now your lens, your whole lens piece, the lens and then the protective layer is going to be free. So moving on to the next part. This part's a little tedious. It's just once you get it the first time, like I learned with the other one, then you can do it much easier. So the side, if you just took it out of your hand, just a quick side note, these grooves, using them later on, you'll want the smaller piece towards your nose. So the part that, we're going to use some terminology here. Concave is whenever it looks like a cave and it goes in, and then convex is whenever it bubbles out. So the part that convexes, which is bubbles out, you want to put that out, away from facing your hand like this. And then you want to set it down. So again, the part that bubbles out, that's the one you want facing out. If you flip it over, you should concave the part that bubbles in. And then on here, there's going to be, let's see if we can, there's a little gap between, I don't know if that's focusing or not. Focusing. There's a little gap right there, you can see it, right? You're going to take your screwdriver and go straight at it and try to wiggle your way in. Back and forth, side to side, just try to get in there. Using quite a bit of force, getting down in there. And then you just want to keep going down and it's going to lift. There's going to be a little lip in there and you go over it. Just like this. Okay? And so here, I'll try to show you a little bit better. So this is the part that we just took off. This has that little lip that I was talking about, so you want to, that's why you want to super fine, because you don't want the plastic cracking. Also, it's very unlikely that the lenses will crack in general, but it is possible. Excuse me. So you just want to go straight in, and then that's when you're going straight in, and then you're lifting up this lip. And then that's just another coat that you take out. So congrats, now you have your lens out. And then you want to take your new lens, and like we talked about, double check that the side that has the cover is farthest away from your eye. These attract fingerprints like no other. Radioactive Cows, or Airsoft _Illinois, that helped me. He talked a lot about using gloves, so like the medical gloves, just so that it doesn't smear. However, I of course didn't do that because I like using my hands. But that's just a good idea if you don't want to, attack it with a microfiber cloth for the next half hour. So remember, side that has the coating face out, and then take the cover that you just put off, not the big one, and stick that inside. Usually once you get one side, and you hear a nice distinctive click, and then just go around, make sure that it's all the way in, and it's all dirty. Okay? And let me grab that other piece real quick that I managed to launch across the room. So once you have it like this, you're going to want to go inside the mask, like so, and then come and push it through. And then I'll show you this little, because it's got to go through just enough to where this rubber part. Okay. So here, I'm gonna show you an example of the right way and the wrong way. Ooh. Okay, that's a pretty good one. So over here, this is the correct way, and then over here, this is the wrong way. See how there's that, the rubber's still sticking out? I'm going to push it just so that it's all the way through. And the plastic part, if you're doing it correctly, it'll be farther out or further out than the rubber. And it should stay in there pretty well. Now that's not the hardest part. I seem to have managed it pretty well. Is just the final cover. And so you just want to put it on. And then obviously it's like putting on a lid on a cup. If you've ever done that and it just doesn't work. It's kind of how this works. You just want to start on an end, obviously, and then work your way around. Now, this one isn't going on as easy as the first one. A tip that I learned from Radioactive Cows was actually pushing on the lens from the inside. And then I think I got it here. Oh, it's not wanting to go on the last bit. If it's not going on, chances are that the rubber's, it's like the whole plastic piece is pushed back a little bit. But I think it's what's happening to me. Alrighty guys, so after about 5 or 6 minutes of fiddling, I finally managed to get the cover on. A couple things that'll help you get the cover on easier. I mentioned earlier in the video the little nubs inside. That smaller one needs to face towards the nose. I had it like up here, so that's just going to help with the alignment and putting it on. And then another thing, when you're wanting to put this final cover on, you're gonna want to fold this just so that you can get a better grip, because you're grabbing from both sides. Do your best to avoid that. That's just gonna mess up the rubber around the seal, and then your cover's not gonna go on as well. Like I said earlier, one of the best strategies is just to try to start an end and work your way, and then also pushing on the lens from the back. Obviously, it can break, but it's it's rated for airsoft, so it should be pretty sturdy. But yeah, that's just the best strategy. Huge shout out to Radioactive Cows on YouTube, and his iFunny is Airsoft_Illinois. He's the one that initially, well, he's the reason that I got the gas mask in general. He uses it for airsoft, and I just wanted one simply because I didn't have a gas mask and I thought it was cool. And then he's the one that told me about the, was it I-Man-Alien or whatever, his posting of the protective lenses, which are obviously a vital upgrade for airsoft. But yeah, huge shout out to him. I'll have his YouTube linked and his iFunny linked in the description. But yeah, I also have the lenses linked down there as well. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions about the process at all, leave a comment down below. God bless, and we'll see you guys next time.